Hi, good afternoon and welcome to my little sewing room at Homespun in Wales. Today's the 1st of March, so happy St David's Day to everybody. It's a St David's Day is a day we celebrate in Wales, and there's lots of festivities going on around about, etc. And it's to celebrate the patron saint of Wales. So yeah, we're at the 1st of March. February run away with me completely. It was a month of, let's see, I went to the Welsh Quilt Show. I had Mandy down visiting for a few days. I've been to the machine embroidery group, which is an all-day event. I think I've been twice during the month of February. Craft groups, we've had social worker appointments. There's been a lot going on, and I've been trying to get my February box finished. It's all done, but I haven't got it here with me. I've literally come in, made myself a cup of tea, or something floaty in my tea. I've been out sowing seeds this morning and doing various other chores on the small holding, but it's now drizzly, pouring with rain, wind's got up a bit, and I thought I've got to come in and do this video, so I'm not prepared for it at all. I'll try and do a video later in the week showing everything that's finished from February, and I'll also show what I picked up at the quilt festival. And of course that we had Mandy and me had a trip out to a D-Stash sale, Craft D-Stash down at Aberporth, and I'll show you what I picked up from there, as if I don't have enough. But I really want to just get my March box opened and showed you. So, right, here we go, March. Now, first out on the top. Right, this is, I recognise it, it's a project left over from when I used to run a craft shop, and this was a sample for one of the workshops, and it was doing a stump work bumblebee. Now he's all drawn on there, you probably can't see him, but he is all drawn on there. The body is all fringed, so the body is finished, or the tail of the body is finished, so it's just the other bit of his body to do, and the wings are done 3D. This has been sitting in time out because during my move from the shop, packing everything up, and the move here, the instructions have got waylaid, and I have searched high and low over the past few years, never managed to find them. So I'm going to attempt to finish them without instructions. So that's the first thing out of the March box. Right, so in no particular order, project number 2. This is a machine embroidery project, and it is a quilt or a quilted wall hanger, whatever you want to call it. Let me try and stand up to show you. I stand back. Right, so it is 12 blocks, 4, 8, 12. They've been machine embroidered. It's called China Blue, and the design came from Anita Good Design. So why is this sitting in here? Well, when I made the blocks up, I initially made up, so what have I got there? 12, 13, 14, 15. And then when I put it together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, it's not 15, 4, 8, 16. So I've got 16 blocks done there and 3, 16, 17, 18, so that makes 19 blocks. And I couldn't put 19 together without leaving 3 out. So I sat there and puzzled over it, and also I didn't like it done like this. So this has been in a timeout, because what I've decided to do is, when I've re-looked at the embroidery design, there's actually 20 blocks, so I need to stitch up another block, and then I'm going to take all these apart and run sashing down in between them to break it all up, and a border, because it's just too, I don't like it like that. So yeah, so I'm going to do an extra block and put some sashing in between and do it 5 by 5. That's the plan for that one. Next out, in no particular order, using another plastic bag. This is from, I went to the NEC Quilt International Quilt Festival. Very often go, and one particular year I went, and I'm thinking it was 2012, and I took part in some workshops, and in the workshops we were doing a plique with fur. So as you can see, he's a gorilla, but it was doing free motion, so we were doing free motion. You can see it better on the back. Free motion sewing, that's all ready to come off, to make this block. So he's almost finished. He hasn't, his eyes are there, but they're underneath the felt, so really they need stitching up again. The instructions are there with him, and I do believe there's a squeak in him. No, he's not going to squeak, but there is a squeak in his belly, but he didn't squeak. So I've got the instructions, so really I just need to finish him off, and I don't know, put him in a frame or do something with him. There's some, and it was obviously by, because her business card's in there, Lynn Quinn Textile Design and Craft. There's some odd bits of fabric left, I don't know why I've kept them. Now this, which is also in here, I've no idea what that's from. Hand-dyed panel. Ah, that will be somewhere. Somewhere there should be an elephant, and that's what all that is. It's to do, embellish and decorate the elephant. But the elephant isn't in here, but the bits to finish it off are. So I'm going to put them bits to one side, because I think the elephant will turn up in another box. Alright, so that's that project. Yeah, so far it's mainly bits that get put away for whatever reason and just don't get finished, whether I've got bored of them or whatever. Right, this here, the patchwork ball kits. There's one there almost finished. just needs a bit of decoration putting on it. And there's another there, the fabrics are there, and there's another plain board. I might just finish the one that needs doing and the plain one, because it hasn't been started. It's not really a works in progress. So that one is that. I'm hoping to free myself up some extra time this month. Right, next bit. Two little bits in here. There's another one of them little free kits from a magazine, and it's not cross stitch, it's like a tent stitch. The threads are there, and it's a little tiny little landscape, so that'll be quick enough and easy enough to finish. And then also in here is, and it's had a massive start, it is a cross stitch. Tartan Thistles bookmark kit. Now I bought this when we went to the Isle of Skye, so that must have been 2011 maybe. We went to the Isle of Skye on holiday, and I bought a few different Scottish things. So that's just a little bookmark. The threads are there for it, which is quite good. There's some felt there to go on the backing, and the instructions are in there. And I even put in a little floss holder. So, and this one's got a little thread cutter on the end as well. And there's even a pair of scissors in the bag. So I've got that to do. Right, now these, I was making these just 2 years ago. And it's literally next to nothing to finish off on them. Right, this one, they're little, I was making them out of the little scraps of Japanese fabric after making the Japanese quilt. This one literally just needs tying, and it's just, you pull the cord, they're little purses they are, and that closes up over, and you fasten it up over the button. This one just needs its cord putting in and a button, and that's it. Very simple. So just made out of scraps, so it was just like a little origami purse. Very, very easy to finish them off. This is another little freebie that came with a Needlecraft magazine many years ago, and it is, right, the cross stitch is finished, and all it is a needle case, little bits of felt have got to go in. A very quick finish again. I think this month's is so far is all going to be quick to do. Now this isn't mine. Right, as you can see, that's lots and lots of fine, is it cross stitch? Yeah, it is cross stitch. Geometric designs. This was a work Janice was doing, and I can actually see the pencil line. There should be another triangle in there, some more here, you know, half a triangle there, so it's basically finished as a rectangle. Then I guess it was going to be a cushion. Now there's no instructions, there's no threads, I don't even know what make it is, so there's no chance I can I could, if I was to sit and work it out, finish off those little bits. But recently I have seen on YouTube, so I'm going to give a shout out to, is it Parrot and Parsnip, or Parsnip and Paris? Parsnip and Parrot. And that young lady, she's from the UK, and she uses tapestries. She buys up old tapestries and needlepoint cross stitches and things, and she turns them into backpacks, and she sells her pattern. I'll pop a link down below to her. She sells her pattern for making these backpacks and little bags on Etsy. Now, when I watched her video, and I thought, I know I've got a few of these coming up, so I bought the pattern. So I bought the pattern in readiness, and that's what I plan to do with that, is to, depending on the size that I need, to make a backpack from that bit, or a little slouchy bag out of it. So that will be that and the China blue quilt will be the big project of the month. So right, so that's the March box. Nothing really exciting apart from I'm going to look forward to doing the backpack, and I'm going to look forward to getting the China blue finished and out of the way, because it has been sitting around for a good few years now. Right, now I'm just going to fill you in on some of the things I bought at the D-Stash sale, because really I shouldn't have been buying anything, but I did. Right, first off, I bought at the D-Stash somebody else's unfinished project. Now, there's this teddy bear. So that's the front, that's the back. It's two separate panels. It just needs cutting out and putting together. It came from Cranston Printworks USA. So the little selvage says, the instructions are there on the corner, but it's fairly straightforward to do. Now that came in a pack with these. Let me try and sort them out so I can show you what they are. Right, that is the back. That's the back. Right, now let me show you on this one. Right, there's the front cat, there's its back, and that's to go at the bottom to show its feet. So they're a good 8 inches tall, I reckon. 6, 7, 8, yeah. I don't know what they're meant to be. Well, I know they're cats, but I mean, I don't know whether they're supposed to be like door stops. So there was that colourway. There was, so we got 2 of them in that colourway, and this one has been cut out, well, half cut out front and back, and he's got a little feet to go with him. And then there is, now that one is front and back, whoops, and he's got his little feet. That one is a back with feet. I wonder if there's another front in the back. I thought they all evened up. Maybe he's been put somewhere else. But I thought there was enough to make them all up. If there's not, there's not. So yeah, so I bought that lot, and I think that was £2 I paid for all of them. And the other thing I was collecting, or trying to collect at the D-Stash, was fat quarters or scraps with food on them. So I've managed, there was quite a lot of cupcakes. So I got cupcakes in pink, cupcakes in white, pineapples. That was I think that was an 8th I bought. That wasn't a fat quarter. And there's big cupcakes, but there's also strawberries on there as well. There's some mixed fruit. That one is just leaves. More cake with cherries, strawberries, chocolates. I'm wanting to make up, I've seen these quilts where they do the canning jars with all, and the bottom half of the jar looks like it's got food in, but all I've managed to find is chocolates and cake so far, sweet things. So it might be like a sweet shop or a cake shop one I do. I did buy a few other scrap bags of fabric, so they'll just get added to my stash. So right, and then that lot again, they just cost me a couple of pounds. So I was looking around deliberately for food printed or fabric with food designs on it. At one point you could get them everywhere, couldn't find any at the Quilt Festival, and yeah, so I managed to find them at a D-stash, so maybe they've gone out of date now, I don't know. No. Right, now the other things I picked up at the D-stash was some lengths of dressmaking fabric. So I got this one and a good few, can't remember how many meters it did say. Yeah, there's quite a lot of that one, and I just thought that would make a nice tunic top or a nice little floaty dress or something. There's enough fabric there for it. Then I picked up this one. This one is 2.5 yards by 45 inches. And again, it's another lightweight dressmaking fabric. So I thought that was quite nice. Again, that was, I think it was £2 that one. Yeah, that was £2. Then I picked this one up, which was, there's loads of this, so I'm not going to unravel it, but it's like a cotton lawn, and it's got all the little flowers on it. So I thought that would be quite good as a blouse or something. And then I picked this one up with the elephants on, which again is like a cotton, light woven cotton with the elephants on. And then I picked up this, right, because you know I've just finished doing the quilted jacket, which I have been putting a video together for showing how I was doing it all, etc. Right, I got this. It's got an embroidery on there. It's got another embroidery on there. There was a third one somewhere. I'm sure there was 3 embroideries. Oh yeah, there's another one there on the corner. It's not hand embroidered and it's not hand quilted, it is machine done, and somebody's obviously cut a bit off it, but there's a big chunk there, and I fancy doing another jacket or something from it, and I think there will be enough. But what I might do is cut out sections with the embroidery. Let me give you a close-up of that embroidery. And then, because there's going to be large pieces of white, I might dye them. We shall see, but I did think that might make another very nice jacket. And that was, I think that was £2 actually I paid for that, I'm not sure. So that was from the D-Stash sale that I wasn't going to buy anything from, and I did. So there we go, sort of more little bits of fabric and things. So right, so during the week I will put a video together showing the February lot all finished, and I will show you then as well what I picked up at the Welsh Quilt Festival. So, and then there's a couple of other things as well that I'll show you. So I'm going to wind up there now, and I'll catch up with you during the week. So once again, happy St. David's Day. I nearly said Father's Day then. Happy St. David's Day, and take care everybody, and I'll speak to you soon.